welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Based on the following verse, I think I found some, quote, female angels. What do you think? Zechariah chapter 5, verse 9, then lifted I up mine eyes. I looked, behold, there came out two women. The wind was in their wings. They had wings like the wings of a stork. They lifted up the ephah between the earth and the heaven. Well, this is a great question because from the book of Genesis to Revelation, what we know is the angelic beings, which according to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 29, are innumerable, are concretely, conclusively, 100% in the appearance of a male. But we have this strange passage in Zechariah chapter 5. Now, two issues we got to deal with. Yes, the gender that's mentioned, and then the description of the wings, okay? Why is that important? Because what we know as an angelic being in Scripture, just a random everyday angel, is never pictured as having wings. There's only two classifications as being described as having wings. There are the seraphim, and there are the cherubim. Now, let me unpack that real quick. The seraphim only show up in Isaiah chapter 6. They're the angelic beings of holiness. Remember, Isaiah says, I'm a man of unclean lips. They take the coal off the altar of God, press it to his lips. There's this aspect of holiness and purity, etc. The other entity is what we know as the cherubim. The cherubim in Ezekiel and Revelation talk about the two wings over their eyes, over their torso, over their feet that are around the throne of God. Why is that important? Because angels in general never mention having wings, but cherubim are. Now, why do I go there? Because whom we know as Satan or the devil is a master at manipulation, and he is masterful at disguising himself. In fact, in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, he says he transforms himself, listen to this, into an angel of light. You know, according to Ezekiel chapter 28, whom we know today as Satan once was a cherubim. Did you hear that? He was a cherubim over the throne of God, one who originally possessed this winged appearance. So, back to Zechariah chapter 5. If you kind of broaden the scope, not only of chapter 5, but the context of the book of Zechariah, I think what we see here are not two angelic beings sent by God for his glory and honor. I think you see in the midst of this spiritual warfare, you see this deception, you see this going contrary to. I think that what we see as, quote, female angels in Zechariah 5 are really what today we might call a demonic manifestation orchestrated by the enemy himself to try to somehow get us off track for what God would have for us. Great question. You have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.